Happy holidays, everyone. It's that glorious time of the year for family gatherings, awesome presents, a nice warm fire, and movie reviews.
A-Town Movie Review. It's the A-Town Movie Review. It's the A-Town Movie Review. It's the A-Town Movie Review.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. It's about this green creature called the Grinch who lives in a mountain, and below his mountain are the creatures of Whoville, and they love Christmas. They love it so much that they sing Christmas carols all day, every day, up until Christmas. And it really annoys the Grinch, and he hates it so much that he decides he's going to go down there and steal all their stuff. So this live action version of The Grinch follows the same storyline that the original did back in the 60s, but instead what I really appreciate about this movie is that it goes more into the backstory of the Grinch. Like, why exactly does he hate the Who's and Christmas? Like, what caused that? And it goes more into like this traumatic experience that he had as a child, and you're just like, oh, that makes more sense. I appreciated it. It made the character more believable. Like, I didn't just hate him outright because, oh, he's a bad person for being bad. You're kind of rooting for him because, like, when you learn of this traumatic event, you're like, oh, well, the Who's kind of deserve it then, don't they? And I gotta give a huge round of applause to Jim Carrey. His portrayal of the Grinch is just perfect. Like, the dude is so funny. He does, he has his usual Jim Carrey mannerisms, all the weird movements and noises he makes. But there's also just how he plays as the Grinch, like making him truly disgusting and sarcastic and a jerk. And it's just, you love it so much. It's so entertaining. And every scene that he's in, is your spirits are just lifted because you're just having so much fun watching Jim Carrey do this work. And since this is a Dr. Seuss inspired movie, there's going to be a lot of interesting colors and makeup and costumes. Like, all that was in this movie, especially the makeup. The makeup was most impressive to me. I just looked this up, and apparently it was like 1,000 hours worth of makeup done in this movie. Like, Jim Carrey especially, it took him, whoever did his makeup, it took them 2.5 hours to put it on. And then it would take an hour and a half just to take it off, and he had to wear that like for 8 hours a day. And it's just all the dedication to like make this movie look as Dr. Seussy as possible is just incredible. And you really see it. All the colors just light up on the screen. It genuinely feels like you're in a living cartoon world. It's incredible. Oh my gosh, the Grinch stole my hair. Now, this is a really fun movie. You will have a great time watching it. There's a lot of good humor. The message is really good. The makeup and costumes is really beautiful for this film. And the story is interesting. But what's holding it back a bit is Jim Carrey. Now, Jim Carrey does an amazing job to me as the Grinch. He really personifies what that whole song is about. The You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Like, he fits that song completely. But I do have to take in consideration that there's a lot of people that just don't like his style of humor. He does a lot of weird things that there's a lot of people that don't think it's funny. And normally I would give this an A-Town heroic rating, but because of that, it gives it a really big hit. Not a lot of people like Jim Carrey, so I gotta give this a...
This gets a Captain Marvel heroic rating. Not the greatest movie of all time, but still pretty great.
Okay, here's a clip of me with hair. All I want for the holidays, if I can ask you all to give a gift to me, just to leave me down any movie suggestions down in the comments below. If there's any movie you want me to review, just let's talk about it down in the comments below. Any feedback, any likes or dislikes you might have, let's just talk about it down in the comments below. That's what you all can give me for the holidays. Thank you all so much for viewing. I hope you all have a happy holidays, a safe travels, great family time, and I'll see you all next Monday. Thank you. Have an awesome day. Here's my attempt at the Grinch smile.